All right. Thank you all so much for coming. Today I want to talk to you about body language. Body language is a more common form of communication than is verbal communication. In fact, approximately 60% of all communication comes in the form of body language. Body language can come in the form of subtle clues, such as a flicker of the eyelid, or more noticeable clues, such as a person folding their arm across their chest. A person's body language, the nonverbal postures and gestures that one uses in communication, can reveal the person's true thoughts, ideas, and interests in a dialogue. So I want to first discuss body language and nonverbal communication, what it is and why it's important, and then a few common signals that humans subconsciously give, and then I'll issue a word of caution against misinterpretation of nonverbal cues. So what is body language and why is it important? James Doherty defines body language as every type of communication that is not communicated by words. This includes eye movement, head movement, hand and arm movement, posture, grunts, and moans. Body language is important for us to understand because there's so much more being communicated than just the words. Having a clear understanding of what a person's body is saying, in addition to the words that they are speaking, can provide a clearer picture of how the person truly feels about the situation that's being communicated. Again, James Doherty, in his book, Body Language, An Ex-Spy's Guide to Master the Art of Nonverbal Communication to Know What People Are Really Thinking in Any Situation, long book title, I know, but he talks about an encounter with an informant. And he said, in this encounter, he asked his informant where they were going to do the drug deal the next day. And he said, as his informant began to answer, he looked up and to the right, and Doherty instantly knew that he was lying. Joe Navarro noted in his book, What Every Body is Saying, that most people observe their surroundings with a minimal amount of observational effort. This means that they are not in tune with their surrounding environment. Had Mr. Doherty not been trained in recognizing nonverbal cues, he might not have known that his informant was lying. So what exactly are nonverbal cues? Well, they're subtle hints which help to identify the true thoughts and intentions in a dialogue. For example, a person rolling their eyes might show that they're disinterested in or do not agree with what is being said. And a person who is unable to look you in the eyes might reveal that they are hiding something or lying. Similarly, a person with a slouched or lazy posture might be revealing that they have mentally removed themselves from the conversation or that they are disinterested in. A person who picks at their fingernails or twiddles their thumbs might be disconnected from the conversation, and a person with sweaty palms might reveal that they're hiding something, as sweaty palms reveals nervousness. Nonverbal cues help to identify discrepancies in what a person is saying and to identify their level of interest. However, it's extremely important that we do not misinterpret the cues, as Doherty mentions in his book. While nonverbal cues help to determine a person's true demeanor, misinterpretation can lead to a false conclusion about that person's demeanor. To go back to a previous example, sweaty palms might reveal that somebody is nervous and that they're hiding something. But what if they've had their hands cusped for a period of time? Or what if the temperature of the room is warm? Or what if they've been working with their hands just prior to your conversation? So these factors would all lead a person to have sweaty palms, however, they would not warrant somebody having a nervous conclusion. Another example might be a person having their arms folded across their chest. Typically that shows that they are closed off from the conversation. However, what if they are cold? What if the environment around them is chilly? There's a possibility for misinterpretation there, and there could be a false conclusion because of that. It is important to not only be aware of the nonverbal cues, but also the surrounding environment and the extraneous factors to avoid misinterpretation. As I conclude, I want to recap, a person's body language can reveal their true thoughts and ideas and interests in a dialogue. Nonverbal clues such as sweaty palms, a slouched posture, or subtle eye movements can help in this identification. And while these nonverbal cues are of paramount importance, it is important that they not be misinterpreted. One must remain aware of the surrounding environment to aid in the accurate interpretation of the nonverbals. Have there ever been any times in your life when you have noticed a person's body saying something different than what their mouth is saying? How about yourself? Has there ever been a time when your lips have professed one thing and your body has proclaimed something to the contrary? Thank you for your time.